Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Dinosaur Archipelago. Well, we've already welcomed you back to Dinosaur Archipelago, so let's start the episode. So, we decided to start it with the random group of herbivores. Predictably, since the beginning, the random group of herbivores has always been an open herd for herbivores. And it's no different today, with two new members joining their group. There's Zippy, a very speedy Gallimimus, and another mammal member, Mackie, a Macrocenia. This is kind of the current state of the random group of herbivores. So far, nothing too major has happened between the herd, except grow and prosper. But of course, not everybody can prosper in a place like this. Pierre. Pierre is still alone, having to fight scavenger after scavenger, including the ever-so-reoccurring Alioramus, and the more recent Proceratosaurus. In the 5 years that we have not been on this island, a lot has changed. The Eotyrannus starved to death, due to the Alioramus constantly fighting it away from potential kills and food. They ate every little bit of the Eotyrannus, but an Eotyrannus can't last 5 years, and now they're back to their old ways. We then go here to see a familiar face. It is Prickles. He is now 6 years old and hasn't grown up that much, but his herd certainly has. Minnie and Prickles managed to make a sauropod herd in the last 5 years. Although they've only made 2 members, every member counts. The 2 new members are Abba, a male Baroposaurus, and Marma, a female Brachiosaurus. Together they are a herd, and they all protect each other, and of course, eat with each other. Although sauropods are the biggest dinosaurs out there, that still doesn't stop a few carnivores from wanting to take a bite out of these giant long-necked Goliaths. This is a sauropod killer. His name is Acroid. He is a Acrocanthosaurus. He is willing to hunt sauropods, and many footprints suggest that. But sometimes even sauropods are too big for the sauropod hunter. There are way too many sauropods, and he doesn't have the element of surprise on his side. Acroid will not hunt them today, but he might hunt them tomorrow, or the next day. Who knows? Back with the herbivores, we see Marma, the Brachiosaur. She has wandered off, and soon she'll find a very weird individual. It is Burb. He was forced away from the Pebble Desert due to forces regularly trying to hunt him. He hopes for better luck here, and looks up in awe at the Brachiosaurus. God bless you! Anyways, Marma returns to her sauropod herd. Speaking of the Pebble Desert, we see Forces, who, over these 5 years, has actually managed to defend his territory surprisingly well, keeping it away from any intruders. He also regularly roars to make sure nobody dares challenge him. Still, he does receive challenges, such as from Bird, who wants to take back his territory. He also managed to get all the spit off of him from earlier. He charges and gets ready to try and get back his territory once again. Bird was yet again lost to Forces. He'll just be stuck here. For now. The next animal on our list is probably the smallest carnivore on Dinosaur Archipelago. This is Rack. He is a small blue velociraptor. At only about 3 feet long, he is puny. Because of that, slightly bigger predators want a piece of him. Juan missed his chance, and Rack got away. But an even bigger predator wants Juan. That was a Zool. He may have killed Amber and a crocodile, but sometimes the smallest, faster prey is the toughest. Azul walks off looking for food somewhere else. Next up, we go to the lake where we see Gustavo, the Caprasuchus. He still rules over it, but a lot has changed. At one point, he had a bunch of kids, even before the first season. However, all of them were presumed to be dead. But now we know that one has survived. This is Gustavusson, the son of Gustavo, and the only one of his sons to actually go to adulthood. But he stays away from his father, knowing that his father would perceive him as a threat now that he's full grown. Luckily for him, he's found a good spot to bask in the sun. But soon, he'll need the water. But not everybody is so lucky to have the territory Gustavo has. The crocodile is Miles. He is actually a modern species of crocodile, rather than being a prehistoric one. He tries finding a good body of water to find. However, he can't, because Gustavo keeps driving him away. He also tries basking in the sun, but a lot of animals hate sharing. That was Tippy. After 6 years, he is finally grown up into a subadult. He is no longer a defenseless baby. He gets the last little bit of sunlight, and then goes off to rest. We then cut to a Triceratops. Although it is incredibly dry here, there's a lot of grass further off. If the Triceratops can get to these grassy plains ahead, he will have a lot of food there for a while. A perfect opportunity to prosper. But something stalks the Triceratops. It is a young T-Rex. He stays hidden behind this tree. However, he can't get any closer to it, and he is very far away. So, he'll have to try and catch the Triceratops from a long distance. We'll see if he's up to the challenge when he strikes. The T-Rex is still very far behind and has a lot of ground to make up. The Triceratops is still running at top speed, while the young T-Rex is tiring. The Triceratops seems to have won until... Luckily for the T-Rex subadult, his mother was here to save the day. But this isn't just any T-Rex. This is Princess. And that young subadult was her son. We will call him Reginald, now that he is a sub-adult. Reginald has now taken up trying to hunt, but he still has a lot to learn from his mother. Lastly, we spot a lone dinosaur, a Eutyrannus. His name is Ulysses. He used to have a family, but one fateful day they all disappeared. He's trying to find them. He tries standing on rocks to try and get a good view, and hopes that one day he can see them from the distance. He even calls to them. But there's never been a response. Regardless, he doesn't give up. One day, he thinks he will find his mate. See you next time.